Okay, here we have Christie. This is clip number 5. Christie talking about how his trust has been betrayed.
I am heartbroken that someone who I permitted to be in that circle of trust for the last 5 years betrayed my trust.
And here, a little later on, clip number 6.
What I like to call the circle of trust.
See, if I can't trust you, then I have no choice but to put you right back outside the circle. And once you're out, you're out. There's no coming back.
Is it De Niro? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Actually, here, this is clip number 12. This, I don't know if you know, but just after Christie got done talking, his number 3 guy in this chain, Mr. Wildstein, the guy who was his high school buddy that he had put in charge of the Port Authority that ordered the shutdown of these lanes, was testifying before Congress. And clip 12, here is that testimony.
You moved, according to our records, to Des Moines, Iowa in 1938 or 1939.
I respectfully decline to answer, and under the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution, I assert my privilege not to be a witness against myself.
No, I'm sorry. That was Bobby Kennedy interviewing Louis the Cockeyed Fratto back in the 1950s. Here is Wildstein, the guy who is Christie's childhood friend, who Christie put in charge of the Port Authority. Here he is.
Mr. Wildstein, you've been asked a question about where you formerly worked. Are you refusing to answer that question?
He has asserted his rights under the New Jersey and federal Constitution, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. My question is, does page 751 contain communications dated August 5th, 2013?
On the advice of counsel, I, again, assert my right to remain silent.
Okay. And that document refers to a meeting with Port Authority Chairman David Sampson, does it not?
On the advice of counsel, I assert my right to remain silent.
And that also refers to a meeting with the governor of the same date.
Mr. Chairman, on the advice of counsel, I assert my right to remain silent.
Ooh. David Sampson and the governor. Are we getting closer and closer to a smoking gun here? Who knows? I mean, Christie is... Maybe it's clip number 9. Play clip number 9 here, Shano.
It's clear now that in the minds of some people, there were political overtones or political side deals on this. And that's unacceptable.
Yeah, this that he's talking about is the so-called traffic study that caused them to shut down the lanes. And he is asserting that it was just last night that he learned for sure that there was politics in this thing. But he's continuing to say, do we have any clips of Christie talking about the study?
Whether there was a traffic study or not, I don't know. It appeared that there was one based on what I saw in the testimony. But regardless of whether there was or there wasn't, there clearly were also political overtones that were evidenced in those emails and other messages that were never, ever brought to my attention until yesterday.
Right. It's been in the press. It was December 9th. Keep in mind, this is now January 9th. It was 1 month ago today that the executive director of the Port Authority, Patrick Foy, testified under oath that there was no study. There was no study going on. There was no study contemplated. There was no study. Around that time, television networks, Rachel Maddow was probably on the lead on this thing, but it was being reported all over that there was no study, that nobody could find a study, that nobody could produce a study, that people were asserting there was no such thing as a study. But Christie kept saying today, well, this study, I don't know, whether the study got out of control or whether this, that, and the other thing. That was clip number 10 that you just played, right, Shane? Okay. And so here's Christie trying to make himself the villain. This is clip number 8. Christie, the victim. I'm the victim here.
I am embarrassed and humiliated by the conduct of some of the people on my team.
Yeah. Never once did he say that he was concerned that he might have created a political atmosphere inside the governor's mansion, in his team, that was get him, right? Just get him. And he fired Bridget Ann Kelly, his deputy chief of staff, a top aide, number 3 in his administration this morning. He said, I was blindsided yesterday morning when he learned all this. But according to the Center for American Progress, Adam Peck and Josh Israel, blogging over the Center for American Progress's Think Progress blog, Governor Richard Cotty accused the Christie administration of sending a message by denying him state trooper protection. This is the former governor, after he publicly disagreed with Christie. All of a sudden, his cops got pulled. The same day, a Cody cousin was fired from his position at the Port Authority in New York and New Jersey, and a former Cody aide was removed from the New Jersey Office of Consumer Affairs. So screw him 3 different ways. And then State Senator Sean Keene told a reporter that Christie erred in not calling for a state of emergency sooner during a blizzard in 2010. So Christie's staff banned Keene from the next news conference held in Keene's own home district. Christie aide told the Star-Ledger that Keene, quote, got what he deserved, end quote. And there are others. Christie has a long history of political payback like this.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
I'm telling you, if Chris Christie thinks he put this thing to bed this morning by blaming it all on his staff, he is so wrong.